Today we're going to answer the long-standing question, can my CO2 laser engrave as dark as my diode laser can? And a lot of people ask this question when they're considering whether to buy a diode or a CO2 laser. And the answer is, it's sort of complicated. So CO2 lasers are known for doing very light engraving. They can do it deep, but they sort of caramelize the wood instead of actually making a black mark or a dark burn like you get on a diode laser. But the question is, are they capable of making that same dark mark? And the answer is yes, they are, absolutely. So I know I've said in the past I prefer a diode over CO2 because the engraving is too light on a CO2, but you can change that just by changing a couple of settings. So today I'm going to show you in this video how a project that I actually did, a consignment job from a local church, and I did some basswood, live edge, half-inch thick basswood boards, and made some awards for a barbecue cook-off. And let's get started, and I'll show you how I got a nice black mark on the RM laser right behind me, the CO2. So let's get into it. Okay, let's take a basic example now. So I've got a vector graphic here. It's in fill mode. And how do I change this to do the line after fill? I know line after fill is gone. It's been gone for a while, but you now have the ability to add a sublayer. So you see I have my fill layer here. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to add a layer. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to clone that current layer. And it's only so that I know what the settings are. So now I have two separate layers here. This second layer, I can name this layer if I wanted to. I could put, line after fill. And the reason why I cloned it is so I know what my original settings were. I don't have to go back and forth. And what I'm going to usually do, not always, but usually, and you need to do some testing to find out on this particular laser, the one laser XRF, I'm going to cut the speed down in half. So I'm going to go to 500 millimeters per second. The max power, I'm going to bump that up just a little bit, not much. I'm going to put the max power at 60 instead of 55. The min power doesn't really matter because we're going to switch this to a line mode. Now we have the fill and we have the line after fill. Now at this point, based on your testing, you're going to determine how far to offset your Z. So if you have this option, Z offset, now not every laser is going to have this. You may have to actually do two jobs, do one in line and do one in fill if you don't have this option, but you might want to put a number in here like 5 millimeters so that it raises the Z on the line after fill only. So you'll see the fill doesn't have any Z offset on it, right? But when we come over to the line after fill, then we're going to raise the focus on it by a couple of millimeters. And I've gotten different results anywhere from 2 to up to 10 millimeters. And the higher you go, the darker the burn is going to get. So that's important. Now, if you don't have the ability to offset your Z, then let's just delete that. Just run the job just the way it is here. And then when the job is finished, raise your focus up based on your testing that you've done and change fill to line. And it's just that easy. So now it'll go back and do that line after you've already engraved it. And that's really all you need to do. And the reason why I usually raise the focus on the line is because it makes that line come out darker and you get more definition. So either way, whether you add a sublayer in here and do your line after fill, or you just come back and do a second pass on it, a second job, and change from fill to line. All right, so this is a commission job that I did for a local church last December for a barbecue cook-off, and they had different awards. They had high school cook awards, and they had adult, two different categories, and first, second, and third place, and grand prize or grill master award. And I did this on the RM J750. Now I didn't use the Z offset only because it doesn't have that on it. So what I did was just a basic engraving with a second layer, and I did the second layer in line. And I'll put that up on the screen now so that you can actually see the laser doing the job. And you'll see that it is defocused, so I guess you can't see that part, but I defocused this by 5 millimeters. I raised the focus up higher. And normally this J750 is going to give you a very light engraving, but by raising that focus and doing a line after fill, I got some really excellent results. So these awards were done on basswood, and you can get them over at Hobby Lobby. They're not that cheap. These were anywhere from $13.99 to $18.99, depending on the size. Third place was smaller than second place, which was smaller than first place, which was smaller than the Grand Master Award. So I got a bunch of different ones, anywhere from $13 to $18.99. You can get them cheaper on Etsy. There's a company in Wisconsin that cuts and sells these on Etsy, and you'll save about 35% after you pay for the shipping. But it's easier just to run down to Hobby Lobby and pick these up. Now, I used an average number of $15.99 or $15 actually for the pricing these out. And I priced it out at an average of $15 per board and $15 per board for engraving, so $30 a piece. And I did give them a discount on it. Normally I would charge more. But this is an example of what a great result you can get on a project like this. And this is on a regular CO2 laser. So here's a really close-up look. The picture itself doesn't really do it justice, but if you look at it really close up, you can see just how dark and black that burn came out on the CO2. And there you have it. So it's very, very easy to do. This is something that there's been a lot of controversy about on YouTube, and why people are buying diode lasers over CO2s when they want to have a CO2. They're buying them just so that they get a dark burn. So that's it for this video. Pretty quick video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing over here, clicking on my logo, or watching this video next. I really appreciate you joining me today. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.